Hey everyone, it's Kari Witt. So y'all know I sell in multiple states and I moved to Tennessee, so I want to talk to you about 6 things to help you pick the right city when you're moving to another place. Before you do that, there's many factors you should take into consideration, okay? So consider your priorities. How close do you want to be to your job? How far would you be willing to drive to it? Price ranges, all of that. It makes, a difference. Proximity to friends and families. So make sure you make that list of what's important to you when you're purchasing a home and location. Research the cities. Now, when I say that, it's really hard to do because I can tell you I moved from another city to here. Don't forget the suburbs. I mean, when you're moving from another state to another state, you think of all the big cities that you know of. That's not fair. You gotta really research the suburbs, because if you want to have a different feeling, like you want to live more country, but you're only 15 minutes from the major city, you might think that's pretty great. Or if you're looking for land and you want to have that rural feeling, but you still want to have hospitals and churches and Home Depot, for goodness sakes, pay attention to the distance for that. So in doing that, make sure you're paying attention to jobs availability. You might already have a job when you're coming here. That's great. But again, you want to know how far you're willing to drive and what other cities are around it. So just pay attention to that. For me, it was important for me to be around I wanted to be in a rural country feeling setting, but I didn't want to be far from everything. So I made sure that I had everything I wanted within a 15-minute radius, and it didn't have to be that major city, right? So just so you know, pay attention to that. And I got really lucky because people are saying, oh, don't move to Memphis. Well, I don't go to Memphis. I'm just giving you an example. I go to Collierville or I go to Lakeland, whatever it is. But I go to areas that I absolutely love and I enjoy. You need to visit, of course. Drive around and visit. And I know that that's really hard because I did it. And I drove around, went to Nashville, I drove to Paris, to Lebanon. I went to all these places, right? But after I did, I really got a pretty good feeling of how I wanted to feel when I was there and what was available to me when I was there. Considered the cost of living, so I was pretty smart. I'm gonna say I was pretty smart. I think most people are smart, but 15 minutes away, I could have been in a different county and paid almost quadruple the taxes on my house for property tax. I didn't want to do that. I made sure I found property that had low property tax, but I was close enough to where those folks paid those taxes. So just giving you an idea. We talked about job opportunities. I also made sure when I moved, I want to make sure I was near growth. I didn't want to be in part of all of the growth, but I still wanted to be a part of it. So I researched, say, the top 50 growing cities in the United States. And so I made sure that I was within a certain proximity of what those were. That made me know I was going to be at least able to find all the things I wanted to have if I was prepared to drive. It's quality of life. And again, all of this goes to quality of life, to be perfectly honest. How do you see and how you want to live? What is your definition of quality of life? For me, I'm older and I graduated to wanting more land and more animals. That's just me. That was my quality of life, plus weather. I factored in everything that was important to me. I wanted less harsh winters, and I know it sounds crazy. I never thought I would say I wanted to move south, but I did. But after seeing my animals freeze in the north, I didn't like it. I experienced anxiety every winter, not because I didn't like the snow, but because my animals. So remember, factor that into your world. And now that I've been here, even though I did not have a child at the time I'm going to be going to the high school here, I didn't realize the opportunities that were here, that these schools offer here. For example, Collierville is like in the top, I believe, 10 in the state. Their high school looks like a college campus that they recruit professional athletes to. I mean, it's crazy. So don't forget to research that. See what benefits you really have. In addition to these steps, I would tell you, highly recommend speaking to a realtor, even one. Yes, I am one and I'm a lender, but speak to one like me who has a different perspective of moving, because they're a wealth of information. And I can tell you my neighbors are a wealth of information. Anything I need, I call them and they'd say, oh, go here. I cannot believe how nice these people are and how welcoming, oh my gosh, they have been to me here. It's amazing. Again, your city might not be like my city. What your quality of life and what you're looking for, you may like mountains, you may like being on water, ocean, whatever it is. I chose Tennessee, but I also sell in Nebraska. I lend in almost all 50 states. So, hey, if there's something I can do for you that I can help and I can give back, let me know. Have a great day and enjoy your move.